criticism he got. Michael Sweet of Stryper came out to defend David Lee Roth, and he said after the first David Lee Roth videos came out, Michael Sweet from Stryper came to Dave's defense, and he released this statement here. He said, Michael Sweet, this is from him directly. Is it me, or are you tired of people bagging on singers of the past? Don't get me wrong, I'm an opinionated guy myself, and I've had my share to say about other musicians and vocalists, but it's the whole other story when you read people just bashing David Lee Roth and being flat out rude and insulting. That's the age we live in. Everybody has a voice and an opinion, and often it's given and used in a negative way. The thing is, who really gives a crap about your opinion? You. The guy is a legend, and he's doing what he loves to do, and it's his right and choice. Applaud him for that instead of constant nasty comments about how bad you think he or it is. He's smiling and laughing all the way to the bank. David Lee Roth has never been a guy to stick to the books regarding melodies and lyrics live. He's a spontaneous performer and always has been. It's always been more about entertaining than performing. At least that's the way I see it. That's also what makes him who he is. A legend, one of the greatest frontmen / performers of all time. And that's the way it is. So what do you make of those words, Dave?
I think he's right.
Yeah, he's got
and I think it was Ed, actually, who said years ago, the internet has given people the right to complain.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing there. Yeah. But I think that's true. Everybody's a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, of course.
And
yeah.
Dave is just doing what Dave wants to do.
Right.
And like Sam, he's out there, he's performing, he's having a good time, and people are coming to see him. And hey, I'll be the first to say, look, it's not 1984 anymore, folks. And he's not singing like that. But he's out there, he's singing, got a band playing. What more do you want?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Now, interesting enough, Mark Goodman, one of the original VJs from MTV, he went backstage and spoke to Dave, and he was on his show Debatable on Sirius XM, and he kind of was reporting as to what went on. He was talking about the Kiss situation, like Dave opening for Kiss, right? So he said that Dave actively was looking for an opening slot as a special guest on a big tour. So he kind of put himself out there for availability, and he said that Kiss picked him up, which is interesting. He also said that the Kiss show will be very different from the Vegas show, and he wants everybody to know that he's back and he's very active. So Dave is completely throwing himself right back into the rock scene. He also found out that Dave had some background singers that were in the band that got axed at the last minute. So I don't know if he was going for a more straight-ahead rock vibe because having the background singers might look too Vegas-y. What do you make of this, Dave?
I think you should have kept the background singers.
Yeah.
Because the less that stuff is pre-recorded, the more it's live.
Right.
And, I mean, if he's dropping singers because he thought it was Vegas-y, which is just a theory we have on this show.
Right.
Well, you're in Vegas, man.
Yeah, that's true. He was, yeah.
I think he cut them because it was cheaper. That's what I think. I mean, maybe it wasn't working out. I know I'm probably in the minority these days, but I don't think you should be pre-recording anything. It's a live show, so it should be live. And believe me, I know that pre-recorded vocals are a thing.
Oh, huge thing. Huge thing.
And that's nothing new, and it's been that way for 20, 30 years at least.
Well, it's rampant now.
Right. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But still, I think if you're going to do a live show, do a live show.
Right.
And as far as David Lee Roth putting himself out there as an opening act, I mean, sure, hey, it gets you the visibility. I thought he had specifically put himself out there to open up for Kiss, but maybe I misread that. And was just putting himself out there to be an opening act.
Yeah, he wanted a major tour. I mean, he's not going to go on some little bill. So that's according to what Goodman said. That's what he went backstage. So,
well, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know how different it is going to be from the Vegas show, though. I mean, because the Vegas show was pretty much a straight-ahead rock concert, more or less.
Yeah.
I think the only difference is that it's going to be a shorter set list.
Yeah.
And probably more focused on Van Halen. If I
would imagine so.
Aside from that, I really can't imagine it being that much different than what we saw.
Right, of course. So now Dave took to social media. He's promoting his Vegas residency, and he's also promoting the Kiss tour. And he was on there. He's been shooting out videos. There's a recent one of him playing harmonica to some acoustic blues guitar. And he says, Roth, almost Thor spelled backwards. I'm like a Marvel hero going into the Kiss Army. The Ice Cream Man showing up early. See you in February. And he blew a kiss. So you got to give this guy, he's got some zip for and a set of kuyans for a 65-year-old aging rock star. It's incredible. He really does have incredible spirit, and that's one thing that you'll hear in the Vegas breakdown is Dave is on a real high in terms of his spirit, and he's very excited about this whole thing. Right, Dave?
Yeah, he's definitely pumped.
Yeah.
And I had a laugh when he was like, Thor almost spelled backwards.
Roth, Thor almost like...
almost being the key word.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. He's lost none of his bravado.
Oh, not at all. He's got tons of zip. He's very sharp. He's incredible. So now, of course, Sammy Hagar took a stab at DLR about his Vegas performance. So Sammy Hagar said, "Oh, Lord have mercy. I couldn't make it through one song, and I tried more than once. It's a comedy act." I was like, well, you knew that was coming, right? I mean, another thing I wanted to put out there. So apparently, this is the new thing, Dave. You ready? There's always a new thing in the goddamn industry. So this stadium tour that we talked about with Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and Poison and Joan Jett, right? It's doing well. They've added dates, and they've had dates sell out, blah, blah, blah. So now everybody's like, what's the next stadium tour we could put together? You know what I mean? So I put together a stadium tour. You tell me what you think about this. The David Lee Roth Band with The Circle and Extreme, and you add the VH Trio with Wolf, Ed, and Al. And then all together, they do like a closing set of like 3 songs. What do you think?
Absolutely. It'll never happen, but absolutely.
Right?
Not really. I totally think that's the way to do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right? Why not? And you don't, way, they don't even have to like play together. That's still having like a Van Halen show without doing a Van Halen show. I mean, if you don't want a deal. So, but that would sell. I think that would sell, right? Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Now listen to this. So, of course, we saw a little glimpse of Eddie. Just a little glimpse, because Janie did a little post on Cody's Facebook page. You know, Cody's a very busy guy. And he posted on his Facebook page a picture of him and Ed. It was a very cute picture. Ed's wearing like a taxi cab driver cap, sort of like right after Christmas. And it was both him and little Cody holding a plastic medicine cup in each of their mouths. You can tell it looks like Ed's really recovering. He's not at full strength, but you can tell he's recovering from something. And the quote said, "Daddy and I make sure we take our vitamins every day to remain healthy and cold-free." And it showed them both with a little medicine cup in their mouth. It was a very cute photo. And then Ed, over the holidays, did a generic Happy Holidays tweet with the EVH logo. And that's all we heard from Ed. So what did you think of this, Dave?
There was a lot of conjecture online about that picture and Ed's health.
Really? What did it say?
Well, everybody has a medical opinion. Everyone is Dr. Phil or Dr. Oz.
Right.
And, Ed doesn't look good. Then he does look good, and what's the vitamin cup for, and what's going on in the background? Is he at the hospital in Germany? And, yada, yada, yada. So, all this stuff. I'm just sitting there like, I don't know, the guy's just taking a picture with a plastic cup in his mouth. And thank goodness for Cody, by the way, because if it wasn't for that dog, we'd get even less Van Halen news than we do now.
That's right. Cody is...
I mean, if I were on Facebook, I'd be following Cody.
That's true.
That dog is in the know.
Well, he's close to the source, Dave.
He is. If he can only talk.
Yeah,
anyway,
can you imagine? It'd be great.
I mean, look, I'm just glad Ed's up for taking a picture.
Yeah.
And I just hope, 2020, I hope he's well enough to do something. But I mean, look, if he's got other things to focus on and worry about, the music, then obviously focus on that. We're all gunning for you, Ed. We're all hoping you're healthy, and we're all hoping to hear music from you soon one day.
Right. Well, one person who's not healthy, unfortunately, is Mr. Eddie Money. Unfortunately, we lost Eddie last year, and Dave and I are still mourning that loss. But luckily, the Red Rocker is coming to the rescue because Sammy Hagar will join Rick Springfield, George Thorogood, John Waite, Mickey Thomas of Jefferson Starship on February 20th at the Sabion Theater in Beverly Hills. And it's going to be hosted by Louis Anderson, Dave. Hey, it's Louis. How you doing? Sammy Hagar. Yeah, 55, can't drive. So proceeds go to the musicians and the USC Eddie Money Cancer Research Fund. What did you think of this, Dave?
Cool, Sammy doing a good thing for charity. And, too bad it's not around here. I think I might go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Oh, I think I hear somebody at the door. Oh, my God, Dave, it's Eddie Money.
Hey, I heard you guys are doing a benefit for me. Is that Marconi? What's going on there? Hey, listen, do me a favor, huh? I got an idea I've been working on. Since Sammy's going to be singing my songs, I figured I'd sing one of his songs.
Is that right?
That's correct. We want to hear a little taste of it?
Sure, go ahead, Ed.
Okay. All right, just going to give you a little sample here, all right? Because I've been working on some shit, all right?
Right, well, you've had a lot of time lately, so bring it on.
Hey, I got nothing but time, buddy. That's what I got, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. You ready? I figured I'd go with a little, because it's a touching situation, I go with a little ballad, you know what I'm saying? So I went with something different here. Hold on, so here it goes. As my wife tries to change, something feels the same. Someone's hand feels strange. Dave grabs my wife's ass, then I grab his wrist, give it a tight twist. I slowly clench my fist, I beat Marconi's sorry ass. What do you think?
I think you spent a lot of the quality time on that, Ed. I'm touched you thought of me that way.
Well, I had to do something. I figured, Sammy and all these guys are getting together. But the only thing I'm a little concerned about is, not for nothing, but, it's always good to do something for charity. But, I think the money should really go to my kids, you know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not there to provide it. God knows Lori's probably spending like a drunken sailor. So do me a favor. Maybe you could talk to Louis Anderson or something like that. And maybe give a little, I don't know, 40% over to the Money family.
Well, I'll see what I can do there, Ed. I'm not really good friends with Louis Anderson, but I'll try and throw in a good word. And, by the way, Eddie, I just want you to know that I never grabbed your wife's ass, right?
Hey, listen, do me a favor.
You gotta understand my partner Dave works for the mainstream media, and they have trouble getting facts right lately. So he likes to spread false pretenses around. Just want you to know, Ed, I never actually touched your wife. The worst I ever did was call her Mrs. Money.
Well, listen, that's not what I heard, you know what I'm saying? Fake news, you know what I'm saying? But listen, do me a favor. Listen, I heard your voice during the t-shirt line there, and you were talking about my wife looking hot and shit, and, it got me all crazy, and, I don't know, you want to put this to bed? Maybe you do me a favor and, maybe make a little contribution to the Money Clan, because the Money fam needs money, you know what I'm saying?
I will give money to the Money fam for you, Ed.
All right,
no problem.
Listen,
for my friend, I would happily do so.
All right, listen, I got to get back in my coffin. I'll talk to you later, all right?
Okay, good talking to you, Ed. See you next month.
Oh, my God, that guy's crazy.
I'll tell you who's crazy.
Let's move on, folks, because Sammy and the Circle are headed to South America. The Circle is rolling back on the road in 2020. They're doing a warm-up gig in San Antonio, Texas, at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo on February 7th. Then on March 14th, they're headed to Movie Star Arena in Santiago, Chile. March 18th, Vivo Rio in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Then March 20th at the Pepsi stage at Porto Alegre in Brazil.